gravy. Okay, yeah. That was that, wasn't it? Where are you? There you are. Hello, ma'am. Okay, so what's your takeaway? Insane. Well, hey, say. Iconic. Let's just go with that. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Oh, thank God you're here. Yes, hello. Are we making a statement or are you asking a question? Well, do what you gotta do, pal. We'll be here for a little bit. Hey, so a little shout out, please, to the Aztec Theater.
Yeah.
1926, showing silent movies. They showed the first whatever talkie here back at the time. Don Juan with some John Barrymore, very famous actor here. Then, like always, they try and break the shit up into like 3 theaters, because that made sense. In the 70s, they were showing cheesy B movies, so here we are back doing that again. We're kind of right where we belong here tonight. So thank you for supporting this theater, because man, they will rip this shit down so fast if you don't. And for those of you from San Antonio, I don't always have to say this about the cities that I visit, but I walked on that Riverwalk. It's touristy, yeah, but it's beautiful as shit. This yesterday I'm like, well, I'll walk a couple miles this way, and today, well, I'll walk a couple miles in the other direction. Walk. That's Texas, so yeah, it's big. What's bigger? So, you've seen it, you've processed it. Do you need to know anything about it? What you've seen?
What's your favorite
Yes. Yes, sir. We'll try and be semi-orderly, yes.
First off, I have to ask, did you slay any ass as
Did I slay any ass? While making this movie? Sir, I didn't have the energy to take care of myself during this movie. If you really want to know. Was that just a prelude to your question? No, that was it?
still in the family?
Oh, the classic. Sam Raimi's piece of shit car. Those are fighting words, pal. I don't know what it is about that car. 1973 Delta 88. Just so you know the ridiculous history of that. Sam's terrible driving mother would drive us around in high school in that car. That was the family Raimi car. So, first movie comes along. They need a car. Okay, sure, we'll use Sam's car. And the car was also in all of our amateur movies as well. So the real question is, what happened in that car? What happened in that car that Sam took that car and put it in every single one of his movies? Including Quick and the Dead, and that's a Western. Yeah, where is it in Quick and the Dead? He stripped it down to its chassis and put a covered wagon over the top of it. So he could say, it's in all my movies. Darkman swinging from a helicopter. Bam, runs into the Delta. One fucking shot, but it's in A Simple Plan. That's Billy Bob's car. God. The reason why I hate it is because Sam always charges us $1 million each movie that we do to fix it up. And to store it in an undisclosed location with Dick Cheney. You know, I mean, you're not gonna find that car. I know it's in Michigan. Man, that car, I'm gonna shove a potato up its ass, its tailpipe. Anyway, So it's in all of his movies, including, by the way, Oz the Great and Powerful. Where is it in that? That's a fantasy. Look in the tinker's shop. It's all deconstructed and made into like steampunk bronze stuff. Oh yeah, it's in my movie because blank happened in the back of my car on this date. Whatever causes the... Yes, ma'am, yes. You saw this movie with your dad in a theater. Yeah, how old were you actually? 10, maybe 12. How old are you, little kid? 9. Oh my God. Oh yeah, let's put her in the front row too. Oh yeah, raise that fist, Dad. Yeah. Why'd you drop out of college? None of your goddamn business, teacher. Never mind, sorry. Yes. Oh, two-part, my favorite. You're 38. Hi, son, 18. Wow, Mom got right at it, didn't she? I can do the math, you know. I can do the math. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get you to my Oscar speech in a minute. What is it like to know that I'm a part of so many generations, ... meaning you're such an old ass. I love watching that young guy up there. He's just bouncing all over the place. Hey! Sure, I'll fall down that hill. Let's do that today. Let me drown myself after that. Okay, so what was the second part? Sure. I'll leave it with the management. We don't need to do it right this second, do we? Okay, you got a Sharpie. Oh, it's great. People can watch me age for forever. It's awesome. They can watch me, they can see every terrible photograph that's ever been taken of me. No, it's fantastic. Okay, so wait, before we have a riot, yes, somebody, a representative from this group. Sure. Okay. When I freaking fight my freaking hand? Oh, Evil Dead 2, so you don't give a shit about this movie. I did a few things in this movie too. I'm so impressed with something not from this movie. But thank you anyway, sir. Yes, one more from the rowdy group, and then we'll say they're done. Yes, sir. Yes. You know, sir, that's what the arts do. They unite people, they don't divide them. Okay, now, okay, yeah. What about the balcony? The balcony must scream. You must scream. I didn't mean that you must scream. I was remarking that for some reason you feel compelled to scream. Okay, let's start with you, the loudest screamer. I'll get there. Yes, what is it? Happy birthday? Oh, happy birthday, Lily. Happy birthday, 15. So you're watching this movie when you're 14, right? 14, NC-17, Mom. Great. Yes, woman with the thing tied Natalie around her neck.
What is your favorite part of the musical, and can you do the Necronomicon dance?
What is my favorite part of the Evil Dead musical? And can I do the Necronomicon dance? No on part deux. But my favorite number is called What the Fuck Was That? They somehow managed to take some producer in Canada, took all 3 movies and mashed them together and made it like a beach blanket bingo movie. Like at the beginning, the kids are all carrying parts of the car singing Cabin in the Woods, yeah! Like, man, this is gonna be awesome. The best part, you gotta go see it if you have not, the first 3 rows of the splatter zone. And brilliantly, the producers make those the cheap seats. So you come wearing whatever you want, white, whatever. I saw it off Broadway and there's a guy like right there in a white tuxedo. And once the actors know this, it's not like they can't position it. Once they know there's some jerk in a white tuxedo, they're like, oh! The guy walked out of there, he was pink. He was just like, oh. So it's very entertaining. It's a win-win. You can't fail with that play because if it's done off Broadway, really snappy actors acting on Broadway, it's kind of cute and fun. And if you see it in Bend, Oregon, where I couldn't hear the guy from me to you, and he was blonde, and you could hear the blood pumps getting up to speed, but so you knew something was going to happen. Oh! I had to put my hand over my mouth because I was laughing so hard. So you can't fuck that musical up. You can't. If it sucks, it's hilarious. Because the best thing is trying to watch how people from Butt Crack, Kansas are trying to figure out, okay, so Ashley Williams, she gets hurt bad at one point, and well, blood seems to be, they want it to be flowing, they do, these producers? Well, all right, we've got some pumps I brought, whatever. How do they figure this out? And so each little town is different how they do it. And you can't fail. I do have some advice, quick advice for anyone who produces it. Have blood ninjas dressed in black. And they got black super soakers. 2 of them. They come in from different sides. So when the shit's about to go down, they're you hire like mime artists so they can very stealthily get into position, very groovily. And then they can like shove the thing under somebody's arm and fire away! And they can also hose the audience down. And then they're gone, blood ninjas are gone. Dramatically too. Dramatically. As soon as you saw them, you would know some bad shit's gonna happen. So, how much is it gonna cost you? Jack shit, Butt Crack, Kansas. So, get at it. Yes, right here. First time watching it big, yeah.
I want to say, okay, first of all, how did he get his hand back at the end of the movie?
How did Ash get his hand back at the end of the... He still had the glove. Sorry, it was a big screen.
The second question I had was, what exactly was the word he was trying to say at the end?
That he doesn't know? You just said it. Okay, you good? Let's go back to the loud zone. Yes, up there, right. Sure, just start speaking.
Everybody raise your glass to the legendary Bruce Campbell. We love you.
Thank you. So this is $1 for the whole balcony. Did you get that somehow up to the balcony? Really, really creepy. You're not, there's no fucking way you're getting my 20. Okay, all right. Yeah, yes, ma'am, yes.
First off, I just want to say we have a 15-week old and we named him after you.
A 15-week-old. Now, did you name him Ash or Bruce? Oh, Jesus Christ. What a fucking waste of ink. I've played him, I can say that. I'm sorry, what a great name, what a great name. Now, is it a boy or a girl? Okay, all right. Ashley. Sparkles to his what? Chainsaw. Yes, please add sparkles to his chainsaw. Enjoy baby Ash. I hope you have a very healthy baby. Oh, you're not done. You know. Yeah, you're pregnant. You're not stopping for anything. What was my favorite? Army of Darkness, Evil Dead 1, Evil Dead 2. Or yeah, what was my favorite? What was the funnest part of making these movies? People love asking that, and I feel so terrible saying when they all ended, when it was over. Evil Dead 2, I had a carton of milk in my refrigerator that had the wrap date. That's when we were gonna wrap. I kept smelling it to see if it had gone bad yet. When you're in the thick of it, you don't step back and go, hey, that was fun. Like this was 28 years ago. Now this movie's a blast. 28 years ago, this movie could suck my hey lady. So you good? We're good, right? She gave up. Yes. Well, 3 things. We might have to start limiting the things. You have a cat named after Ash or Bruce? Bruce. Oh, you name a cat Bruce. He's gonna be dead in 10 years. He must have a question buried in there somewhere. Do I remember Megas XLR? You do more than I do, but yeah. Whatever happened to the laughing deer head from Evil Dead 2? These guys just got really excited. Tell me where I am, I'm gonna start driving tonight. Sort of old props become really horrible and stinky and awful. When we were making Evil Dead 2, in fact, we saw the gorilla from King Kong in Dino's warehouse. Holy shit, it was not aging well. So no, we don't have any of that crap. My brother has a shotgun from Evil Dead, not because he cares about the movie, because he just likes guns. Yes, right here. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes, polite, ma'am. Yes. Polite person. You guys see, they came around quick. Yes. You love Jack of all trades, so you're the one. She's talking about one of my one-hit wonder TV shows. I've had a couple of those. Hey, thank you! Yeah! It's 25 years old now. You old fuckers. Yeah. So, yes. Sam Raimi makes me do some very physical things. I agree to some aspects of it. Is he my friend? Well, we're shooting this movie, okay. I got 2 ashes, I have to They're doing a split screen, so you have to stay very still. So I'm strapped to a pole. They need the position to be that specific, so I don't overlap this part of the frame. So I cannot move. And where's Sam? We're ready to shoot. Where's Sam? Where's Sam? I feel a fucking 2x4 hit me in the ankle from behind. He snuck away behind there's like an acre of equipment back here. And he crawls through it and he's bashing my ankle with the 2x4 going, "You ready? You ready for this, buddy?" I really can't believe the director of this movie. It's like Universal financed this movie. We're not filming because he has to hit me in the ankle with a 2x4 first. So flash forward to The Quick and the Dead. I go to visit it. I have like 1 day off from shooting Briscoe. I go to visit Sam because he's shooting a Western. Well, I'm like, great. So as soon as I see him, I'm like, "So Sam, you gonna hit Gene Hackman with a 2x4 today? You gonna maybe Sharon Stone poke her with a stick a little bit? What do you think?" He's still the best director I've ever worked with by like. So I can say every mean thing, and I've got a lot of them to say, because he directed the shit out of this movie. He really did. That thing's like, whoa, hey, oh. There's always something. The way Sam would work is, they'll set up a shot, and you'll be seeing something, and he'll ask the prop person, "Hey, how many of those pikes do we have?" "We have 30. "All right, bring them over here. Bring them all over." "How many swords do we have?" 40. Bring them all over." "How many people do we have to hold the swords?" 20. "Well, okay, then they'll hold 20 swords, whatever." He'd just keep shoving shit into the shot until he was satisfied. And then we'd shoot. Fascinating way to work. He can handle that big stuff. I mean, very few people can. It's a lot of moving parts, talking skeletons. Oh my God. Yes. You asked me the same question 6 years ago, so you hoping for a better answer now? How what? I was gonna have you killed. A new TV show coming to USA, wasn't that an old one called Burn Notice? Well, sir, I thank God I'm not a politician because you can't trap me into anything. I don't remember what the hell I said to you 6 years ago. I was in a meth-fueled frenzy. What's next? Well, here's the truth. Here's the honest truth. This is about some of the last time I'll be appearing in front of humans for a little while, because you have to go make shit. And so you have to sort of go away and make shit. So I have to go away and make some shit, and then I'll come back. Yes, right there, gotcha. No, go ahead, I got you. The director's cut ends with him oversleeping in a cave. He wakes up, and the world has been destroyed. Ashes in the future that's been destroyed. Interestingly, in the end of Ash vs. Evil Dead, the TV show, Ash takes off for the future to fight against an army of evil robots, and he's with a hot robot chick. I think that was a fitting circular motion. I always like the filmmaker's original ending, even if it sucks, because it's an original failure. Because here's what they do. You gotta understand. They're gonna take this movie, they're gonna show it to unemployed people in Glendale, California. And they're gonna get them at the mall. "Hey, how you doing?" I'm good, how are you? Do you like scary movies? How'd you like to see this movie called The Armies of the Darkness? I'm sure they fucked up the title every time. Like to see that? So they would have test screenings. And in there, they thought it was a bummer ending for Ash to wake up appropriately having miscounted the drops, and the world is destroyed. It's a perfectly rational ending for what it should be. So because they found it depressing, Universal wanted us to shoot a happier ending. And I'm like, it's a horror series. Why do you give a shit about any of that? This is the first marketing we've ever had for any of these dumb movies. Now you care? Now you care. So anyway, I don't know where we're going with that. Okay, dead ahead, straight ahead, yes.
Two questions. One, is there a little bit of Singing in the Rain, Make Them Laugh in the hand chop off Evil Dead 2? And other than Bridge Over the River Kwai, what's another favorite you could recommend to us? Or more than one?
A movie that I can recommend?
And also Make Them Laugh, Evil Dead 2.
Okay. Tender Mercies is a movie I can recommend. It's a good movie. There's no blood in it. Yeah, I don't have to have blood. Hold on. I have to service other. Yes, right here. Yes. Yes. You better start talking fast. One retarded question. Are you allowed to say that? Can you do an air hug? Can we do an air hug? It's a representative air hug for everyone here. That's all my wife allows. My wife of 28 years. I'm never home, so we've really only been married about 3 or 4. Yes, up there. We'll get there. Yeah? The future of Ash. Oh, it's bright. Yeah. Oh, he's saving the world in the future right now, sir. He's having a blast. He might even be getting some in the back of the classic. Don't worry about Ash, he'll be just fine. Yes, sir, right here, yes.
Okay.
So, these Spider-Man movies, man, that came out, right? I was supposed to play who? Where'd you hear that? On the interwebs? It's a question that I can't possibly answer, can I? Sam Raimi never called me about it. Oh, you're just rolling along, aren't you? What else? What else can we do for you? One of your favorite movies is My Name is Bruce? It's my last 20, but no one has ever said that, so take it. Give it 20. Sure. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah, I thought you were going to say like Bubba Hotep or, you know. All right, moving right along. Yes, sir. Moontrap. Shut up. Oh, okay. This is the crowd. I actually have to say, this is what I'm about to do is a terrible idea. Let me tell you, I'm going to turn my back. I'm going to turn my back on the crowd, and I want you to shout out the name of the movie that you want your money back for.
Moontrap.
Okay. I can only play this so long because people start shouting every movie I've ever made. So, Congo, no problem. If I had it, I'd give you your money back. That was a fantastic book. When I read that book, I'm like, God, that would make such a good movie. And what did they do? Man, I got to see Costa Rica, so thank you, Paramount. Beautiful, beautiful country, Costa Rica. Yes, sir. Okay, get there. Yes. Did I know filming this that some of the lines would be iconic. Well, the thing is, but you have to realize a lot of times the spontaneity. Sam's the type of director who will let the camera roll after I've given the wise man a speech or something. He'll go, okay, keep going. Now say this. And he'll give you a paragraph. He'll launch a paragraph out at you. And so half of the footage of Army of Darkness is me going, like really listening, going, what does he want me to say? It's always some crazy different variation of it. Then I'd say it again, then we'd throw out another one again. It's like, it's an inhuman way of making a movie, but he likes the spontaneity. I'm about to give Embeth Davids a kiss. You know, she slaps my face, and I go and grab her. Originally, there was no line there. Again, we're ready to film. Where's Sam? Thankfully, it was not about, he wasn't inflicting pain on me. Where's Sam? He's giggling over in the corner of the set. I'm like, what are you doing over there? He goes, I know what you're gonna say to her. I'm like, he's not gonna say anything. What? Yeah, he is. What? He's gonna say, he couldn't get it out, he was sort of laughing. Give me some sugar, baby. I said, that's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. And then he pulled rank, he always does. Just do it, I'm the director, do it, you have to do it. You do it, mister. He'd call me mister. You do it, mister. To keep this group calm, here, let's do another one. Yeah. What's that? Looked at Sam, said I won't do that. Well, he did have some ideas that just never got filmed. One was, he wanted Ash to lead the children outside the castle with flowers to make peace with the Deadites. That Ash is like, let's try it. Let's try and make peace with these. Let's not fight. And of course the castle, they attack and then return behind us and the castle door is shut. So I get in just before all the children, and all the children are slaughtered on the outside of the castle. Pounding on the doors, open up! Dear God, open up! Open up, little kid! Another moment, they can't find Ash when things are really grim. Again, with the little kids wandering around inside the castle, pulls a curtain back and Ash is hiding in the closet, going, I'm afraid. For the first time in my life, I'm afraid. And Sam is like spoon feeding me how he wants me to stay that line. I'm like, that's never gonna get shot. So anyway, movies are fluid. That's what makes it fun. Yes, ma'am. Yes. You don't have a question.
Balcony picture has been ringing.
I want to party with you, Bruce.
You sent a man a few years ago a dating profile. He met you on a dating profile. Like San Antonio swinging. .com. I'm the reason you met, and is everything okay? And then he started beating me and beating me. Because we didn't watch your movie every night. I'm sorry, I may have gotten carried away. It'd be nice if I could, like it was a piano, you could just... So, thank you for what I think is a compliment. And how long have you been together now? 6 years. Well, I just want you to know I've enjoyed all of my marriages. Yes, flashlight person.
That's you.
Are you an usher or just asking a question? Okay. You grew up watching this movie with your dad. How old were you?
You know what? I've got all sorts of issues, but not related to this movie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've got lots of issues, but none of them are about this movie. I like that.
This movie means a lot to me. And I had to ask a question. What is the all-time favorite role that you have ever played?
Read his book.
Shut up.
Favorite role that I've ever played?
Fuck you.
Why, ma'am, Ash in Army of Darkness. Well, look, the Ash character, come on, he's got to be top. He's it. He's it. Oh, Serving Sarah was a close second. Yeah, that movie wasn't released, it escaped. Okay, let's do some, yes, right here, please, yeah. Yes. We do Evil Dead. It does fine. We sell it around the world, and now we get to make our next motion picture called Crime Wave. Nope. You've never seen it. You've never seen it. Crime Wave. That thing, to qualify for an HBO deal, it had to be released in Alaska and Kansas, but that's it as far as that goes. So we thought after making Evil Dead, let's make a movie with comedy, romance, a little dancing, no blood, written by the Coen brothers. Those guys are smart, they know what's going on. So we crawl from the wreckage, as they say in the business. Well, that was a great career, guys. Lasted 2 movies. Nailed it. And then we were like, well, what if Ash didn't die at the end of Evil Dead? Yeah, let's go with that. He's caught in a maelstrom. You know, these movies, including Army of Darkness, they would all be better, and I'm sure it's out there, I'm not recommending it. Cut out all the recaps, the recap between Evil Dead 2 and the recap with this one, and link them all up, and it'll all make sense. The recaps don't make any sense, because each movie was made by a different company, so we couldn't get the rights to our own movie each time. So we kept faking a different Linda, and here's another Linda. Bridget Fonda is one of the Lindas. Bridget Fonda is Linda in this movie. Like, what? It didn't matter, so it'd be better if you just splice them together. Hello, where are we? Sure. You saw this movie when you were 24. With a girlfriend that you left standing at the altar. Why would you even say that? You're gonna get a lot of dirty looks when you walk out of here today.
Okay.
Why do the powers that be decide to go more with like a happy ending? Because it's the golden rule, sir. Guy who has the gold makes the rules. They finance the movie. They're like, hey, you gotta change some shit. Because they try and back it up. Look, these 12 unemployed people in Glendale, California thought it was too depressing. I'm gonna give you a quick example. The movie Dark Man. Kind of a cool movie. This is how studios operate. This is an actor, Colin Friels. He's the rich developer. Very charming guy. And Darkman is blown up in a laboratory accident. His girlfriend thinks he's dead. She starts to be wooed by this guy. He's very charming, Colin Friels. They start to fall in love, start a relationship. Meanwhile, Darkman is, hiding in horrible burned out factories. And then you see him go back to his apartment at night, all alone, and he walks out with just a robe and he's all shiny like he took a bath or a shower. He gets to the foot of his bed and he opens up a box, and there's a shimmer of light from it on his face. He stands back and he drops his towel, he's buck-ass naked, takes the box, and he spills it onto the bed, and it's all gold coins, gold crew grains. And this guy winds up and dives on top of the bed and basically has sex with this money little girl. And the audience goes, oh, that guy's creepy, he's a creeper. And they immediately cut to the next day. Hello, how are you, darling? And he's welcoming her to his office. And the audience the whole time goes, no. To me, that's good storytelling. The audience knows. The lead character doesn't, so the audience is kind of, it works. And then, of course, he's exposed, but whatever. But so I kept telling an executive there, I said, that's my favorite scene in the entire movie. What did the 7 people in Glendale write? The scene where the guy fornicates with the money makes me uncomfortable. Yes, it does, dummy. Yes, it sure does. Win-win for the filmmaker. The executive, as we're walking out of the screening, he's looking at it. He looks at me and goes, I'll give you a copy of that scene, Bruce, because it's never going to be in the movie. You gotta have balls to keep shit like that in. And look, these guys, here's the truth of it. You can't be so mean about it. They're putting up a lot of money, especially these days. These movies are expensive. This movie was $8 million. They went up to $11 million. And then I don't want to recall after that. Yeah, sure, right here, yeah.
So I saw the best cut of it the first time with the sci-fi camera.
You saw the best cut of this. Which one was that? Wasn't there, sir? Was it a much longer cut? There's a much longer cut.
Right, so, but throughout all of this, going to the Ash for Single Day Conductor, reunited with Lucy Wallace and act with her, do you think there's ever a chance of you reuniting with Kevin Sorbo?
Reuniting with Kevin Sorbo. On the golf course, perhaps. He's busy. He's a faith-based movie guy now. There might be a little too much blood. Hey, Sorbs, come on.
Kevin Sorbo's
I'm gonna
actually in
slit your
Campbell.
throat now.
He's gonna beat the event.
Oh, wait a minute. Well, hello, sir, up there, yeah.
All right, Bruce.
No, this man right there. Go ahead. Wandering man, yes.
You guys are bringing back for a crossover show. Movie. Who would you fight?
Try it again. Give me a little projection. Or translation.
Who would you fight? As far as the horror.
Louder!
Help me. Okay, thank you, sir. Keep doing that. The crossover.
Who would you fight?
Oh, don't do that. Don't do the who would you fight questions. Because that's for your personal late night fantasy, not mine. None of it's real to me, so I don't need to see any of it. Yes. Thank you for standing. What's it like to grow up with Sam Raimi and make shitty B movies in the backyard? Well, you never know where the old career is going to go. So, I have to say, I think it's actually great that Sam Raimi went on to be Mr. Big Director Pants. And, I mean, it's great. We're on the Spider-Man set. There's 1,200 extras around the ring. And Sam is doing all these gags. They're taking a guy out on a stretcher, and he's yelling, I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my legs. I mean, that's so Sam Raimi. The guy falls out, he's paralyzed. Okay, and he's screaming his agony. And he looks at me, he goes, you know what? I'm doing the same crap, we just got a lot more money. And he was very good at all his moving parts. Yes, right there.
I approve.
Yeah.
I approve.
You want to give me an invitation? To what sort of event? The parking lot in the alley? What are we talking about here? A Halloween party. Oh, Halloween is my Christmas, lady. Evil Dead theme. You know what? Chuck that down. People can watch their eyeballs. Just chuck it down. Someone will grab it. Yeah, this is America. We'll all work together. Just chuck it down. Be like the ending of Crocodile Dundee. Yeah, just throw that down. We'll be the people in the subway who carry it across our shoulders. Yeah, just launch it, baby. We'll find it. Oh, it's gone forever. See? It's already a success. Now don't lean any further over that balcony, please. We'll get it. Yes. Oh wait, I owe something over here, sorry. Yeah. Oh, did he? I'll take his question. Sure. Evil Dead video game. Yes. These things get delayed horribly because they're about to launch and they go, the who did the what? Awesome. Shit. And then they gotta upgrade and fix stuff, and platforms change all the time too. So yeah, I'm gonna be voicing the old Ash Rooney. It'll be out hopefully in about a year. It's in PC format. Yeah. So okay, I owe you a question, sorry. From the cast of this movie? Stay in contact. I can't get rid of Ted Raimi. He's like a bad check. No, Ted's pretty much it. Well, you know, actors, half these actors were, and Beth Davids went on to be in Schindler's List. We trained her, man. Are you kidding? I can see her at the audition in front of Spielberg. Yeah, so what have you done? I just finished up Army of Darkness. All right, you've got the part. I don't know, did he watch it? Did Spielberg watch it to see her performance? I know that Warren Beatty watched Evil Dead 2. Warren Beatty was considering Sam to direct Dick Tracy. And so Sam screened Evil Dead 2 in his screening room, and Molly Ringwald was there with Warren. What do you think? And Sam kept calling her Polly, which is the funniest part. So I know that Warren Beatty has seen Evil Dead 2. Suck on that, Warren. Here's your Hollywood right there, pal. Yeah.
So, enough about Sam.
Thank you for projecting.
You talked a little bit about Ted.
A little bit about
How
Ted.
much of a diva is Ted?
Ted Raimi? Oh, Ted's fine. I took that little shit to cello lessons. Yeah.
All right, so that's my 5 minutes.
Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. No. But Ted is indispensable because I judge actors based on their entertainment per frame. Did you realize that Ted has 4 parts in here? He's the bored stock boy. He's one of the panicked villagers. He's also my sword by your side. You know, one of these guys with a shitty beard. I mean, we would just shove Ted and get Ted. Get Ted, he'll do it. Well, Ted, here's why I love Ted. Ted wants to be a professional actor, so Evil Dead 2 comes along. And Sam needs the character Henrietta to become possessed in a big horror hag in the cellar. Well, that actress had been around a while and was not really physically, that's a bad idea putting her in an enormous pig suit. So Sam goes, I know. My little brother Ted wants to get into the union. We'll put him in the suit. Yeah, that's a great idea. And Ted's like, yeah, I think that's a great idea. It's 6 hours to get into it. This enormous pig suit. And it's Wadesboro, North Carolina, summer of 1986. The locals are going, I am so sorry. It's normally never this cold, this warm for this long. It was over 100 every day, and we were in a set that we built in a gymnasium, and the basement was actually the first floor of the set, and the second floor was actually the cabin, so we could look from wherever we wanted into this main room. So Ted was now upstairs, and all the heat, of course, in this unventilated place was rising. So Ted's brought into position. He's hoisted up because at one point he has to be grabbing Annie's hair and spinning in circles like this, right? Cackling away. Well, his sweat is spraying everywhere he goes because he's cackling and he's gesticulating. And then I come out of the cellar and whistle at him and say, hey, come on, let's go. And he turns to me and he goes, ah! And we have to cut because 2 seconds later, a stream of sweat goes, spurts out of the side of his head like somebody punctured him with a screwdriver. His head is empty. We're like, oh, cut! Oh. That was the grossest thing in the whole movie. In between shots, they prop him up on apple boxes with oxygen and like just a 55-gallon drum of Gatorade. The makeup effects guys, he wore these little booties, monster booties. They're so callous because they've seen this shit for years. They take his booties off at the end of the day and gingerly, without Ted knowing this, go pour it into a Dixie cup and mark it and put the date. Wow, Ted sweat a lot today. Oh, that's a full cup. Oh. And you look on the shelf by the end of the movie and Ted's life was displayed. Oh my God. And on Sundays, hey, come on everyone, come on over to Sam's for barbecue. And Ted would come in the door. Hi everybody. Hey Ted, good work this week, pal. Yeah, thanks a lot. And he would walk behind the couch, in between the couch and the wall, and we would never see him for the rest of the evening. So he got his Screen Actors Guild card, so fuck him. All right, so everyone's got lives. Let's do 3 more amazing questions, and then we'll let you get out of here. Mr. Mayor? Yes, right there. You wanted an Evil Dead 4? Sam versus Evil Dead? I'm discounting that question. That was an unanswerable question. Right here, yes. We'll get there. Yeah.
What happened to the
Mortal Kombat 11. Well, here's the weird thing. There's companies, characters, and lawyers, and deals and contracts. And sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. And sometimes you can put a character into something as a little winky wink, but if you ever made him like a real part of the game, lawyers would be making a lot of money making phone calls. So when things don't make sense sometimes, it's because there's a bunch of legal crap. Because literally, Evil Dead 1 is owned by one company, Evil Dead 2 and beyond. So it's hard to get anything done between them. Okay, yeah, straight ahead right there. Not so much a question. How old was your son when you forced him to see this movie? He's a good boy. He's only killed 2 or 3 people. Okay, we have more of that. He wants more of that. Well, we agreed to a TV show, just so you know, so that you could get the maximum amount of hours. Because there's 15 new hours of this ridiculous series. If they were movies, like Sam versus something part 4 over here, you'd only get them once every 8 years, and they'd have to be R-rated. You couldn't have any talking skeletons. All right, let's see where we're gonna land here. Last couple, yes sir, check shirt, man. Revisiting a what issue? Oh, the musical issue. Wait, is there an issue with the musical? Hairspray bullshit. People laugh at that. It's very tight. Excuse me, sir, I will say this to you. We live in a democracy and you've been sort of shouted down. Okay, all right, let's try right here. Sir, if you got a zinger, we can be done. Stand up, let's get it done. What can my fans do to make my life better? Look, you'll watch most of my stuff. That's all anybody could ever hope for. Well, thank you for supporting this theater. Thanks for putting my brat children through college that they dropped out of. And we'll see you next time around. Have a great night.